Oh no. Oh, hey everyone, FPS Chazza here. Welcome back to Subcommand. Wrapping up our Typhoon mission here, Frozen Typhoon. And let's get ready to go here. Sunk that Akula last time. We're closing in on the Typhoon, and we're ready to get at it. Stewie, how's it going? Best stream title ever. Oh, thank you. The coolest sunk have approached Typhoon. Alright, before we get started, I have an announcement to make. This Sunday I'll be streaming Stalker Shadow Chernobyl. We're going to play it all through. And that's because the Stalker 2 release is coming up September 5th, whenever it is. When is Stalker 2 coming out? September 5th, first Thursday in September. I will be day one streaming that all day. But yeah, I have actually just replayed Shadow Chernobyl in my off screen personally, but we're gonna play through it again on stream, get back in the Stalker spirit. So once this is over, Stalker will fill the Friday time slot, and then Stalker 2 will be what we do from then on. Gamers Unite, what's going on, man? Bobbert, it's crack-a-lackin'. It's kicking chicken. What's cooking good looking? Alright, that's enough of that. Let's do it. First, is truth on? No. Good. Sometimes forget to turn it off. It comes on when I make my thumbnails. Load up the mission fresh to capture a beauty shot for a thumbnail. Let's do it. Okay, Sierra 9. Seemingly right there, huh? Oh, I guess I always think you guys can see my t-shirts better. Cyberdyne Systems. I like subtle nerd shirts. 495 traffic using voice to text. Oh my god, that's welcome to the 21st century. Interesting. Voice to text to chat in a stream. Hell yeah. It's awesome. I need to get that kind of shit set up. Gamers Unite, in your Mazda 3, can you touch screen with the Android Auto or CarPlay or whatever you use? Because in my generation you can't. You have to use the little commander's wheel only. One knot, no. I don't know about that. Let's crank on this a little bit, maybe 3 knots. Let's see what we can do with this solution here. Stewie! Did you guys hear that? Okay, no, Typhoon's definitely changing course or doing some kind of stuff, maybe. Is it beyond this intersection point here? No, he's definitely bumping around, changing courses and stuff. Okay, that's definitely a tricky one. The display is touchscreen. Mine is too, but only when stopped. If I'm moving, the touchscreen doesn't work, and then with Android Auto, the touchscreen never works. It's only the commander's wheel. But like if I'm just in like the Mazda touchscreen, it touchscreens when stopped. I guess they changed that for the 4th generation. The submarine looks so smooth. How many people have seen Superbad? Going on, Splinter? Oh, Yuck Walnuts, hello. Very much not a sim, but have you played Barotrauma? I have not. I bought it, I downloaded it. I never played it. The water slides right off. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I was thinking about flipping back to like northeast to work on the solution for this guy, but we're still pretty far away from him. I think we're just gonna kind of crank that direction. Try and get closer to him. Wouldn't hurt to get to some deeper water. Deeper always betterer. 2 hours just to get to some deeper water. Okay, 3 knots. He's kind of poking along. But yeah, look at the solution. It's just like all over the place. But it's all in like a constant swath. That's very interesting. And this is not him moving about this much. This is just the air in the solution. He's turning a lot. Being hard to track. I want to like approach him in a zig so the toad can keep trained on him, but also don't want to get too close to shallow ground. Still gotta keep an eye for these icebergs as well. It's an interesting place for you to want to come out and come hang out, Mr. Typhoon. Kind of shallow waters under the ice here. Savannas. We are talking Mazda. Bought a CX-30 last week. Nice. I have a 2017 Mazda 3. Hildebrand, how's it going? Vostok Gundam, what's going on? He zigs, you zag. He zags, you zig. Yeah. Maybe I myself should be a little more unpredictable for a second here. I don't need to unpredictable that way. That's unpredictable. Well.
Come left to course 273. Helmi.
Two 186, huh? Oh, Savannah's the Japanese name for the RX-7. Is it really? I didn't know it had a Japanese name. I know there's like the Ifini, something with Ifini RX-7, EFINI. Two 186 horsepower, huh? Wow, that's a big increase. Mine's 2.0, 155, but I recently tuned mine for 93 octane recently. Give it a little bump in power, nothing crazy. A very little bump, mind you, but a nice little... When you get very used to how a car behaves, so it's just a little tiny little perk of power there, and it's like, ooh, it's a little different. Better than what any intake or exhaust can give you, that's for sure. It still blows my mind that the GR Corolla is a three cylinder, turbo 3-cylinder, and gets 300 horsepower. What is it, like a 1.8 liter or something? Something crazy. Oh, is Efini a tuning house? Okay, interesting. Oh, that new GR86 Subaru BRZ keeps getting better looking by the day. Keeps getting better looking by the day, I tell you what. Can't do more than 300 horsepower on a stock block. I guess that makes sense. They got them tuned in. Engineering on it tuned in that well. That's surprising though, actually. With the turbo, I think it'll be a little more overhead. $900 horsepower from Toyota 4-bangers. Yeah. Yeah, you could call older engines over-engineered. I don't think that's the best term to describe it. The design methods were more primitive, so there was a lot more safety, a lot more margin in old engines. That the quintessential example is always the Mark IV Super engine. Because they didn't make them that strong on purpose. Well, maybe in some instances they might have done something in that direction, but you wouldn't purposely design an engine to take 3 times the power it's designed for. It's just the nature of the analytical methods back then. Solution's going crazy. Okay, I think we might as well try and work on this one myself. It's a pretty quiet environment. But he is, oh, let's trim this down a little bit. Maybe that 1 hour time frame is throwing me for a muck here. I mean, he is just changing course so much. Speed is constant, seemingly. I'm not following like a hawk, but it's still at 3 knots like it was a while ago. Whoa, okay, I was about to say, where the hell did the solution go? I think I'm just gonna let Autocrew keep chewing on it for a little bit. We're still pretty far away. We just have to get closer. There's just still just a lot of error in it. Still potentially almost 30,000 yards away. You may still get lucky. You still may hit an iceberg. End the mission for us there. Need to look at forged pistons for the Mazda 3 there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's most certainly likely. Bust Dog Gundam wants another Corolla. Corolla of that same generation? weld the head to the block so they wouldn't explode. Matches Burn, how's it going? This isn't exactly your wheelhouse, but I've been looking into how long uranium plutonium cores last for nuclear weapons. Seen some saying up to 200 years before fizzle. Yeah, I'd have to see what the isotopes decay into. But yeah, I do not know that off the top of my head because that process is not relevant to the work I do. But it would depend what they decay into. And for purposes of fizzle, that would mean it would decay into something that has a somewhat short half-life and emits neutrons or
Come right to course 0.
maybe
2,
alpha particles
6,
really
LI.
quickly, really rapidly or something. With the tritium in those, though, if it's like a boosted fusion device, I guess, does it need to be a fusion device? Yeah, okay, yeah. If there's tritium in there, there's fusion going on. Let's just say if there's tritium in it, that decays, that has a relatively short half-life. You would have to, yeah, you have to keep on top of that. I think just because a fission bomb is boosted doesn't necessarily mean that it's fusing. But I think that would be a different element. I think if there's tritium, it's fusing. Something like lithium, I think. If you hit it with an alpha or a neutron or something, it gives off some more neutrons without fusing or something. But you could probably all look this up better than I can explain it. Oh, we're getting some Typhoon on the waterfall there. Cars tend to rot out bad in Vostok Gundam's area. Yeah, mine as well. Everywhere I've ever lived. I guess more so up here in Boston than Maryland, probably, but not much more so. 12 years max for the tritium. Whatever the half-life is for tritium, it would probably be a concern more around the realm of like just a few years, just a few, like a fraction into that half-life, because it would depend how they design the weapon, but I don't think they would design it to be like losing half of your material, one half-life. That's a lot. Doesn't uranium decay to lead eventually? Not at first, though. What does it decay to? Thorium? I have to look it up. Doopa-doopa-doo. Deepa-doopa-dee. Uranium-235 decays to thorium-231. Uranium-238 decays to thorium-234. Both via alpha decay, so you lose 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Oh, shush. For uranium-235 to get to lead, it has to decay about 10 times. Its final state of lead. There is a decay to a radioactive lead in there. I'm thinking we may need 2 torpedoes for the Typhoon here. Wouldn't hoit. Excuse me, ceiling, whatever. I mean, it shouldn't go up there. Depth is the tricky part. Well, depth is before it enables. Let's do 3 hundo. Don't want it to hit a berg. And we'll do them slow. Slow and quiet. Okay. Oh, seems like the sonar is seeing the track on the conformal, but I cannot. Hull. What is this game? Hello, Aerojam Rano. What is this game? It's like Dangerous Waters. This is Subcommand. This is the preceding game to Dangerous Waters, made by the same studio. CIA checking in. Xenon 124 is that many years. Is it really? It's a lot. Xenon 124, yeah, okay. 160 trillion years. That's a new one for me. I always knew like thorium-232 as being a super long one. At 14 billion years. But no, that's Xenon 124 takes the freaking cake there. Goodness gracious, 160 trillion years. I think the Typhoon is just kind of hanging out in that tight little area doing circles. So yeah, probably right around there. We had some earlier tracks. It all kind of converges around this point. 22,000 yards. Oh, hello. Iceberg, broadehead. Pauses the game when you do this. Probable Typhoon location. Yeah, plating of Xenon 124 will be around for the heat death. When is the heat death supposed to happen? I don't even know. If it's that stable, why is it an isotope? You mean a radioactive isotope? A radioactive nuclide? Radionuclide? Was the Typhoon in your baffles? No. Which baffles when. Trying to see this bird on the 3D.
Come right to course 316. Helmi.
Oh, that signal strength has got louder all of a sudden there. 6 blades. Let us slow down.
Make turns for 4 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I was gonna say we could probably shoot now, but no, I want to try and get close to this guy. Oh, did you see that? 2 reactors, each with 190 megawatts. 3 Typhoons has more power than a commercial nuclear reactor. It's nutso. According to AI SpongeBob, the heat death of the universe will take place on 12 August 2036. Oh, there's that berg. Oh my gosh, all the way over there. Okay.
Steady on course 316. Helmi.
Right now, I was trying to figure out like the steepest angle I could go while keeping them in the toad, and I'm pretty much at it right now. Maybe even a little more steep. Yeah, I am a little more steep. It's gonna drop off.
Come left to course 310. Helmi.
You know, earlier I think I was deleting iceberg marks, but no, I should keep them on there. In case we gotta start running away. We'll avoid running into things. Oh, it's noon up here in the northernness. Must be winterish time. Low sun. Anyone got a sextant? Gonna work out the time of the year it is. Oh, good old model cement.
Steady on course 310. Helmi.
We're getting there all right. We're getting close to Mr. Typhoon Ski, wherever he may be. Let's not risk things. 3
Make
knots.
turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Does not have any particularly good torpedoes. It's got SSN-15 Starfish, but can't use those out here. I wonder what happens if we launch one of those under the ice. Does it blow up as soon as it hits the ice? I remember in Subcommand, I first got Subcommand in 2001 when I was like 11, so very much a steep learning curve, but me and my brother would launch Tomahawks too deep, and they would just fail and like sink to the bottom. If you didn't get out there in time, they'd like blow up and kill you. Just doesn't seem plausible. Enterprise did indeed have 8 reactors. Yeah, the 150 megawatt you're talking about is the thermal power, how much heat it actually makes. The amount of mechanical power that comes out is, yeah, less. And a reactor that size is probably more around like 1/6, 1/5. A bigger like commercial power generating station is around like 1/3. The bigger it is, the more efficient it is. Not sure why they had 8 reactors on the Enterprise. Because the Nimitz has 2, and I'm sure the Ford has 2.
Come right to course 030. Helm aye.
Oh, I get a mark. There you go. $10 miles, 20,000 yards. Okay. Oh, the turn speed in this game really slows down once you get... Oh, what? That was a weird little glitch. What was that? I did not order left full rudder. Nor did left full rudder happen. It like printed out... It said like left full rudder when it should have said steady on course. God, this game is so much buggier than I remember. Some of the Enterprise reactors were only to produce steam for the cats. Oh, really? Okay. Thought they had to replace boilers with reactors 1-to-1. That would make sense. Engineering is much more iterative than people may think. Being a nuke tech on Enterprise had to be a headache. Yeah, I can't imagine. 8 reactors, that's a lot. Maybe a redundancy thing as well. I don't know. Just talking out my behind. Ooh, we're getting close to some... Are we? Okay, it looked like it was getting shallower a lot sooner than it is. I don't want to go too long on this bearing, but I feel like I should put some zags in with these zigs. Do want to work myself to these deeper waters. If I can like shoot at him and get him to run shallow, Probably more likely to hit an iceberg or do something stupid. Do have to keep that in mind with the torpedoes I shoot, though. Maybe we'll go like a mile this way. Turn back. No, that's too much. Just sitting there looking at it. And we've gone about half a mile. That's good enough.
Come left to course 300. Helm aye.
Going to Leavenworth for talking about reactor steam for a decommissioned boat. Is it decommissioned yet, or are they still scrapping it? Or does decommissioning happen before scrapping? I think I'm confusing naval decommissioning for commercial reactor decommissioning. Might have been trying to PO Rickover. It's either that or Rickover wanted 8 reactors, who knows? Or is Rickover mostly submarine oriented? That was when they had like the, what was it, the California and the Long Beach? Was it both 2 California related boats that had the cruisers that had like, and the nuclear reactors? And they're like, it's more trouble than it's worth. Long Beach was a nuke. Hey, it's that MBTX container. What was the other one? There was another one that was a nuke. I thought it was California, but that's probably wrong. Nuclear destroyers and cruisers. They might need something like that if you want all these laser weapons and the stuff that's coming down the pipeline, all this high power stuff. I don't know. Enterprise scrapping done in 2029. Okay. Oh, if you want to look up like the biggest nuclear package there is, look up the I don't remember the exact name, but it's the Naval spent fuel shipping package. It's utterly enormous. And the Navy can ship spent fuel around because they're the military. They can do whatever they want. But the Naval spent fuel shipping package. I mean, I don't know exactly why they got rid of nuclear cruisers, but I'm assuming it's just because they're horribly expensive. It doesn't make sense unless it's a huge thing like an aircraft carrier.
Steady on course 300. Helm aye.
Nuclear headaches on a boat, yeah, I imagine. I was reading that was one of those websites about one of those, like, you know, pop military websites, but the guy was used to be an engineer on surface ships back in like the 80s. And I think it was all on like boiler type ships, and like the stuff they got to go through to get the boilers like ready to make steam sounds like a nightmare. I imagine that process is a lot easier in the gas turbine days these days, or there may not even be like a similar kind of thing because you're not having all this steam pressure flying around. Many of these headaches are nuclear trained personnel. I mean, the conventional cruisers are just so much smaller than aircraft carriers. I don't think it's readily apparent until you see them next to each other. They just don't need as much propulsive oomph. I'm sure the main thing with Iowa was the number of personnel. It's like so many people have to run that thing. People is always what costs the most. What was the crew in Iowa? Like 5,000? Is that too much? It was still a lot. At least like 10 times more than a cruiser or destroyer. Probably not 5,000. I know that's like a carrier. Entire complement. How we doing? Getting there slowly but surely. $1,500 during the Cold War, which was a reduced crew. Goodness gracious. It's going to be a little bit slower than the Akula encounter. The NATO Akula reporting name encounter. I want to make sure do this one right. I don't want to get surprised again like with the Akula. We'll keep the initiative on this one. I can track him so easily though. The question is, when can he be tracking me? His acoustical conditions are insane. Okay. There was a crap ton of people. Battleships are definitely cool, but didn't like... Of course, I'm like speaking generally, but like on the whole in World War II, didn't battleships do like very little, relatively speaking? Isn't Battleship like the ultimate? They got battleships, we gotta have battleships, that kind of thing. Acousticals? I don't even remember what I said that had acousticals in it. I remember saying acousticals, but I don't remember the sentence. I think they did like 99% shore bombardment. Don't really... There wasn't really even like an Iowa, like never... I mean, the Iowas came late, but they never engaged like a Japanese battleship, right? But yeah, very few battleship on battleship engagements. Silly Billy, hello. Don't think my iceberg lookout discipline has been the greatest. What is our range to target here? 16,000 yards. Glad you liked my YouTube video, Silly Billy. Glad to have you here. Alright, I will be right back. Okay. Let's do this thing with the chicken wing. Carriers were unproven until they weren't. Yes, indeed.
Come right to course 320. Helm aye.
I was about to say we're getting close, but the solution's bouncing around. It's, yeah, he's really doing a lot of tight maneuvering in this little patrol box he's in, so it's like Torpedo will be doing some work, but he's a slow boy. I know what we should do, a save. It's been a little bit. I don't know that my naming convention is very intuitive, but we'll go with it. I realized earlier when I said I'm streaming Stalker, I don't know if I said when I'm doing it. It's this Sunday at 12:30 noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is Universal Time -4. There'll be a YouTube stream announcement thing like there always is. Thought we might be seeing him on the hull by this point, but no, not yet. I feel like I haven't been under the ice in these games too much during daylight. Pretty cool view. Solution looks like a frickin' pulsar or something, I don't know. Or all these like history lines. Must have been when I had a manual solution turned on and just kind of locked in for a little bit. How we doing? 15,000 yards? I think we're good on 15,000. Let's start the show here. I myself don't want to get too close, because then you might start shooting back at me. They tend to not shoot when you shoot pretty far away. Let's make sure everything is buttoned up. Solutions, 15,000 yards. 8K. 8K. 300 feet to run on a Naval. Let's go with 250. We'll be tracking them. It's annoying you can't change this, but I don't want them to run aground. I think that's more likely than hitting an iceberg. Got active countermeasures in the tubes, plenty of air.
2-0. Helm aye.
Okay, we're good to go. He is holding pretty constant bearing here for a little bit. I'm not complaining. Solution seems to agree with what I've been saying. It's kind of holding out there. Let's do this thing.
Launch tube 2. Aye, sir.
Launch tube 2. Yeah, we're still here.
On sonar. Unit is running.
What an oversight on the developer's part. Just have it frickin' act like a swim out torp.
Launch tube 4. Aye, sir. On sonar. Unit is
I usually do a smart evasion, but I think I'm just gonna. No, let's be smart about it. We're gonna do a 2/3 smart evasion here.
Come left to course 253. Helm aye.
What the hell is going on? Is there like some kind of waypoint or something? What the frick, frack, tallywhack, extra pickles, Big Mac is going on here? The hell are these things going? This didn't become a master track, did it, or something? Ay. It's like it's not a tomahawk, you don't give these things waypoints. So confused. Oh, we got a countermeasure out there. Oh, he is cooking and booking. He ain't, wow, okay. He ain't pulling no stops. Remember the ice, indeed.
Con sonar. I have a new contact. Bearing 0, 0.
What the hell is that?
Designated Sierra 1, 4.
Someone do a north center, south center thing? No.
Con sonar. I have a new contact. Bearing 0, 2, 2. Designated Sierra 1, 5.
Sierra 1-5. Oh, is that my torpedo? I think so. What does distinguish Usker from Typhoon? 1025 on the Usker, 1000 on the Typhoon. Roger. Yeah, definitely looks more like a 1000 to me. As we are expecting. It's a loud noisemaker, dude. No, it crashed. What? What changed on the display? Did it go to broadband? Well, that's why we save. So with all these crashes lately. Jesus H. Christ. Wonder if he crashed into the ice. Pretty much right back where we were. I think we're like maybe 1,000 yards further out. Can redo these solutions so they don't freaking go all tits up on us here. Where the hell does that phrase come from? Tits up. I was going to do the 45 knots to be kind of sneaky deaky, but no, let's just full throttle him because he hears them right away. Just get him out there as quick as can be. Sailors. Maybe we will get a little closer here then, if he tends to hear these things so well. Yeah, all the same stuff. I was checking the Typhoon Usker. Same stuff except for 4th and 5th. 5th are basically the same. I gotta be careful of that time lapse. I think one of the, is it Dangerous Waters or this game that has like a mission where it's like similar to this? A Typhoon's hanging out in a Polinia or looking for a Polinia to launch or something. Alright, let's do this thing. Grow weary.
Launch team 2. Aye, sir.
Oh, I gotta remember I'm launching on Sierra 9 and not the probable Typhoon location.
Unit is running normally. Launch team 4. Aye, sir.
If this Typhoon takes more than 2 Mark 48s, I might shit a brick. I'm still upset about that one mission where those surface cans took more than 1 Mark 48 to sink.
On sonar. Unit is running normally.
Okay, torpedoes are not going crazy. Very good.
Come left to course 2. All ahead 2/3. Helm aye.
Some kind of iceberg over that way. No matter. Yeah, looks like the torps are behaving. I will have to adjust them. They're going for a probably incorrect solution, but more or less accurate.
Sonar. I have a new contact. Bearing 000. Designated Sierra 1-4. Con sonar. I have a new contact. Bearing 355. Designated Sierra 1-5.
Not hearing him on the hull, huh? Thought it was last time. That seems odd. Whatever. That's a weird abruptness there that I'm not sure why that's happening. Some weird toad turning nonsense. It's got that countermeasure cooking and booking out there, alright. Oh, auto crew, please. You know what, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, we lost all that old data. Okay, we don't need that much then. When the ruler is longer than your screen, pick a shorter ruler. Why am I pushing it away like that? That's rough too. Gotta get masked by these noisemakers. Oh, the noisemaker does not make a sound on spherical broadband. Interesting. They have it as a low frequency noisemaker. Smoke host random guy. Best viewers on bullshit.dick. Did I turn these things to the wrong direction, these torpedoes? 359. Why does it look like they're going? Oh, okay, never mind. Just weird stacking of the course indicators. I'm like, it looks like they're going off to the right slightly. What are we doing, guy? These noisemakers mask the frickin' broadband of the track. Stop switching the frickin' spherical. Okay, strong on 2. Started out over here shooting on 357. Granted, we have displaced to the west slightly, but it seems to be running more or less due north. Waiting for this to update. I don't think it has yet. New noisemaker. Further west. Excuse me. I had to return a laptop, got a new mic instead. It's an interesting exchange. Oh, they turned on. Okay, I forgot I had the enable distance so close in. Yeah, sure, turn them on. Why not? I'm not exactly sure where the Typhoon is. The torpedo locked onto something. They locked onto a noisemaker. Okay, it's kind of hard to see. You can kind of see 3 different noisy tracks. You can see my torpedo going right to left there, but I think this one right here is the Typhoon. I'm gonna pre-enable torpedo. Do. Whoa, easy there, Betty. Jesus. I think he got locked onto a noisemaker there. A GPU pass-through. What is that? Is that like a virtual machine thing? Or are we talking one of those external GPU lightning port things? Let's try turning it on again. Okay, let's actually kind of
Come right to course
head that
3,
way
2.
now.
Helm aye. All ahead standard. Helm aye.
He did not counterfire, so let's kind of keep up with him. The torpedo's still doing weird stuff, or is he snaking? Seems to be doing weird stuff. Pass the GPU to virtual machine. Oh, the GPU on the laptop was the issue. Okay. I also don't know how to make heads or tails of this thing. These guys look like they might be locked onto like a countermeasure or something. It's hard to say though. Torpedo. Torpedo. It's too hard to try and listen to it. We'll see in a second here. That Typhoon seems like it's kind of far. Not sure what happened there. Probably chilling in his jacuzzi. What's up, Hog.Mac? Kali Linux. I only use Linux when I have to. Which is at work. For our compute cluster. Okay, that's the noisemaker that's still going left to right. That makes sense. Is the Usker or the Typhoon in my baffles? I don't think so. I was actually sure what's doing that. I can't. It's hard to see with all this noise. But the torpedoes seem like they're finding something. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen any signs of a new noisemaker yet. Oh, it crashed again. What's happening? Why does it keep crashing? Okay, we will get closer then to try and shorten this evasion nonsense. This might be my worst bout of crashing with one of these games that I've ever had. We're just gonna drive straight for him.
Right to course 3, 5,
Time lapse it up
6,
for a bit
helm on.
here. Get real close.
Steady on course.
10,000
3,
yards or
5,
closer.
6, helm I.
Pow right in the acousticals. Yeah, like my laptop. It's not a replacement for a desktop, but if I'm on a long trip, if I'm gaming, a little gaming session really recharges my batteries sometimes. And that's great to, yeah, just have a mobile thing to pal around for normal things. And of course to flash the 93 tune on my car. Couldn't do that with a desktop. Maybe with a 200-foot long USB cable. I don't even know if USB is rated for lengths that long. It's a joke, of course. Okay. We're a little blind tracking them this way, but got no choice. I wonder why it keeps crashing. I want to know more details. Is a Typhoon slamming into an iceberg? Why would that make it crash? I mean, it would literally crash. But then the game is figuratively crashing. Cat 6. Can you run USB over Ethernet?
Come right to course 0, 1, 5, helm I.
The thing that does suck about laptops, though, is the lack of upgradability. My laptop's coming up on 5 years old. It's starting to feel like it, but there's not much I can do besides buy a new laptop.
Con sonar. I have a new contact. Bearing 358. Designated Sierra 14.
What? Oh. We getting the Typhoon on the sphere? Show enough, Hoss. Well, well. Oh, that's been not auto-crewed this whole time. That's fine. Adapters, maybe. So here's my cable. So adapt me, maybe. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I apologize for the Carly Rae Jepsen. Alright, I'll be right back. We back. Excuse me.
Come right to course 030. Helm aye.
Not drunk enough for Carly. Ugh. What was that, 13 years ago or something? That's nuts. Seven blades. Hey, he's got a blade. You can see 7 blades. Ugh. Range. Getting pretty close. You know what's interesting? We're up here hunting a Typhoon. This is like the same area this happens in frickin' Cold Waters. Guess that's not a coincidence, huh? Oh, I forgot we had to clear datum after we sink this frickin' dill hole. Oh, we're so far north that a minute of longitude happens really quickly. holding pretty damn constant. All right, I think we're pretty close enough here.
Come left to course 268. Helm aye.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Come left to course 267. Helm aye.
Let's do this thing. I'm gonna save again. Lots of crashes right before 10k yards launch. Launch tube 2.
Aye, sir.
Launch tube 2. Hi, sir.
Sonar. Unit is running normally.
Launch to
I was like, oh god, is that gonna blow up? Dumb nonsense.
Normally.
all ahead 2/3. Helm aye. Steady on course 267. Helm aye.
It's getting bergier as we get north of her here.
Come right to course 272. Helm aye.
Why are these on different thing? Whatever. Okay, I can still see him here on the broadband Aru here. Don't hear a noisemaker. Did it just remove a tracker? It crashed again. What is going on with this mission? I don't want to restart the whole frickin' thing. I don't know what the editor is going to yield on this one. It's a pretty simple mission. I do have a save. This is like the third time I've loaded up a save. I may have to like restart the whole mission. I don't know. I mean, it's not a very complex mission. It shouldn't be like a complexity thing. Let's zoom in on the boat and check out the truth on it. It's not stuck on anything. No, just kind of hanging out.
Launch to 2. Aye, sir.
Let's just try it again. Whoa. Those icebergs seem a lot closer or bigger than they were last time. It's interesting.
Come left. Course 2, 7, 6. Helm launch to 4. Aye, sir.
Is it crashing at the same time code? No. Seems to happen at different times. I think it does. I mean, I haven't been looking. You'd have to go back through the stream, but I have not been keeping track, but I don't... It seems like it's at different times.
All ahead 2/3. Helm on.
Oh, it crashed again. Is it when I try and pan over the track on the broadband sphere? I don't know. Maybe I should just stay on like 3D view.
Launch to 2. Aye, sir. All ahead 2/3. Helm on.
I swear these icebergs are getting closer each time I load it up.
On sonar. Launch to 4. Aye, sir.
Oh, maybe it's just like, oh look, there's the torpedo. Someone asked about the torpedo last time. It's like, yeah, that's when you can like barely see it, when it's like 50 yards away. So we'll be able to see it over here too. Yep, there's the torpedo. Can barely frickin' see it.
Come right to course 277. Helm
It should
on.
not be crashing. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna like stay on the 3D view or something. It seemed, the last two times it seems to be crashing when I was trying to interrogate the sonar track on the spherical broadband.
Bearing 3, 5.
So I'm just gonna let it,
Designated Sierra 1, 5.
I'm just gonna let it go. Let it go, let it go. I mean, I micromanage these things, but it'll be able to sort it out. Oh, it's doing the Whopper thing. It's always got to do it for about 30 seconds, and it's like, okay, we got it.
Steady on course 277. Helm aye.
Big son of a bitch. Oh, there's that one. Field of view on that high frequency sonar seems like it's like plus or minus 60 degrees.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering, aye.
What a weird crash. If it is because I'm, for some reason, interrogating it on the Sphere broadband. But yeah, this mission should not be crashing. We're not dealing with any kind of like Sicilian wedding. Or first salvo kind of nonsense or nothing.
Come right to course 310. Helm aye.
Those torps are getting out there. They're getting out there quick. I think getting out there like quicker than they should. No. Got like immediately cocked over. What the hell is that? 8,000 yard enable range. It's fine. They're both doing that. Kind of want to see what's going on in this sonar, but I don't want to muck it up. Seems like an aggressive turn in for a snake, but maybe that's it. That's what it is. No. Or maybe it is. Not touching sonar, not even thinking about touching sonar. Let's check out the TMA. If he's been going flank, it's about half the speed of them. Could be about twice as far from the torpedoes right now as he is. Might be a little far. Not a lot of room to evade where this Typhoon is at, I'll tell you what. It looks like they wanted to do the beaver tail, but then it's just like chopped off. Just like. Torpedoes are doing something. This guy right here is definitely going in a straight line.
Steady on course 310. Helm aye. Come right to course 045. Helm aye.
I think we're good. This torch will sort it out. Looks like this torch may have been locked onto... I don't know what. Would a countermeasure be over there? Assuming my solution's right. It blew through a countermeasure. It seems like they might both be acquired now to the Typhoon. And then I'm turning this way just to get a different angle on the solution here. That's probably... No? I was gonna say that's probably bad data, but... Why is it all the way over there? When did that spherical bearing come in? But no, it looks like he's turning. Oh, what am I doing? Let's all zoom out. It's annoying I can't look at the sonar, but I'm not going to risk it. Something about the sonar's crashing the game. Oh, there you go. Boom. Okay. Sweet. Hey, alright. Hey. Sorry. Oh. Wait, what? The torpedo lawn darted over here, but there was an explosion over there. Was that coincidental? Freaking torpedo just lawn darted itself. Oh, hi, hey, ho, hey, ho, alright. And one torpedo took it out. Very good. Have I ever used emergency blow for evasion? Oh, yeah. Doesn't generally work too often. I think it worked in Tom Clancy SSN from time to time, but... Say hi to Musk's Tesla on the way. That's true, his ass is. Get your ass to Mars. Alright, save and exit. Typhoon sunk. Looking at Typhoon on broadband. Crashes game for some reason. Oh, I have to exit the area. That's why you save. Let's load that back up.
All ahead 2/3. Helm aye.
Yeah, the emergency blow is a, if it were to be a successful maneuver, it's like, yeah, you're pretty high and dry on the surface there. You're in a very vulnerable position then. All right, let's time lapse this. Son of a gun, just watch the high frequency as we zippity-doo-dah on out of here.
Come right to course 182. Helm aye.
I wonder if there are any Polinias around here. Boo-dee da boo-boo. All those freaking crashes could have been over already. I want to know why that was happening. Not sure I'll ever get a satisfactory answer. But very curious. It did seem to happen when I was looking at the Typhoon on the broadband for some reason. Very weird. And came out of nowhere over there. I dare not go to my sonar screen even now. Yeah, up next we got Final Battle, which I think is like some open ocean SAG intercept if I'm remembering correctly. CAG, something. I feel like these things are showing up kind of suddenly. But I think this thing does have like a maximum range to it. Like a hard-coded range. Oh, I went back to sonar. They do that, they wiggle with these waypoints. Do a wiggle biggle.
Come left to course 1. Steady on course 158.
Anyone ever watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Commence the jiggling, y'all.
Report for debrief.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's save and exit for real this time. Done for real. Let's check out the replay. I hate that you can't scroll through these things. It's easier to do this when I didn't live stream because then I could like speed it up like 400x in post. That's a pretty, look at that solution. I mean, it's an autocruise solution, but they got it right on the money for that thing. A leopard. But let that guy get the best of us there. I'll be turned. Interesting that we picked up that Typhoon. Oh, look, he's going kind of fast over there for some reason. Is he? It's weird. It's almost a convergence zone distance, but it wasn't. Maybe it was a convergence zone layer type, and the game's buggy. It didn't look like the Typhoon like really bursted speed or anything. I mean, I can't say for certain. That's weird. Is there a fast forward on the emulator? You can do 16x speed, and then there's this button which makes it go a little faster. Oh, let me count it out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. It's about like, it's a good bit faster. Seems like it's almost double the speed of 16x when you hold this fast forward button. I guess I could go to like the, I don't know if I really care about the Akula fight too much. When did I finish this thing? Like 12 hours? Yeah, okay, there's that 65 centimeter he launched. Took him a little bit to realize that Mark 48 was inbound. Yeah, what the hell is that torpedo doing? Okay, they didn't hit an iceberg or ran aground or something. Oh, this is going to take a while. Maybe when we get to the... Do I even care about seeing this Akula get sunk? I don't know. I'm more curious about the Typhoon stuff. I guess while he didn't run aground, we kind of figured out what the bug was, didn't it? Did I almost get hit by one of my own fish? No. Why? Did it look like I did? Oh, I think when I killed this Akula, I did have to turn the torpedo around. But that we haven't gotten to that part yet, I don't think. Yeah, once we see this Akula sunk, I might try going to the end. Going backwards from there. We'll see how that works. It's always kind of buggy. But yeah, that Typhoon's pretty much kind of like hanging out in one spot up there. It didn't look like he was always in that one spot. It looked like he got there and then just kind of putzed about. But yeah, he's just doing circles. That's why it was so hard to track him. It almost seems like literally it just has like the rudder at like 5 degrees right, and it's just going in a circle. Oh my god, that solution was way wrong. Goodness gracious. 9.5 miles away. Oh, okay, solutions got better. Oh, then it got worse. Hello. Oh, never. Yeah, sure. Was this me trying to like stay away from him, but then he just kind of kept not staying away? Oh, wow. Okay. Auto crew tracking that torpedo was pretty good. I mean, not at first it was okay. At first it was all right. Now it's kind of lost credence. And he's running towards me? What? It's freaking Hunt for Red Octobering it. That's why my torpedo overshot him. What the hell? What's going on? And for some reason his torpedo just stopped snaking. I thought they always snaked. That's an autocruise solution? Oh, okay, then there's the solution. It's like, no way, really? But I believed it. It's the right call. And there you go. Okay, that solution's on the dot now. The hell was that, dude? He ran right after me. And running this way again. Oh, he dropped the decoy and then just like canned his engines. Okay, let's try going to the end. Oh, see, it's all janky. Like, that's not where I was. Okay, whatever. We'll just stop it there. Alright, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. It'll be the last mission next time. And then, Sunday, July 14th, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Streaming Stalker. So I'll see you then. Have a good one. And as always, good hunting.